In 1975, a group of concerned residents in Middlesex County took the visionary step of forming an organization dedicated to education and treatment for alcohol abuse and alcoholism. Today, Rushford has over 400 employees working out of 8 separate sites in 5 towns across the region, continuing to lead the way with innovative treatment and prevention services, including a prestigious training fellowship program for physicians under the American Board of Addiction Medicine, one of only 2 in Connecticut and 22 in North America. Most of all, throughout its history, the organization's success has hinged on the leadership and vision of board members who have contributed their time, energy, and creativity to deepening and broadening Rushford's mission of care and outreach.
Well, I got involved because I just have a passion for helping people to get better, no matter what area that is. And in behavioral health, it's such an important service, and it impacts individuals, families, communities, society in general.
In 1988, I was having some serious problems with drinking, and I turned to Rushford for help, and walked away from the institution with a deep sense of gratitude and a real respect for the people and the dedication that I saw in my time as a client. I wanted to give something back, and that's when I started volunteering at Rushford, and shortly after that joined their board of directors.
The real answer to that is that I owed Jeff one. Jeff had helped me on another board and came to me and said, I really need to get some more business people on the board. I'd love to show you what we're all about and see if you'd be interested. And I was totally very naive when it came to any of what Rushford was doing. And after Jeff showed me the facility and talked to me about it, I was pretty enamored by his passion, his goals, what he really had this vision of what he saw Rushford being all about.
I was familiar with Rushford and what it did, but I was more familiar with it from the addiction side than I was from the behavioral health side. When I first joined the board, we used to have these educational seminars at the beginning of every board meeting, and it was very eye-opening to me to, and as it has been for the last 11 years, to see the kinds of innovative treatments, the kinds of people that they treat, how they do it. It's just it's been a very interesting progression for me as somebody who learned a lot more, could recognize it a lot more in the community, and that therefore could be a better advocate for services, mental health services, addiction services, all of the things that the community doesn't know that they really need, but they really need.
Oh, I think we've accomplished, the staffing always is 100% here. They give 130%, and that's amazing. The best thing I liked about the board meetings is when they came in and talked about something that was a positive happening, even if it was the faculty people or was it a client. It's just, it's so nice to hear positive. All you really hear in the media now in the news is all bad. Nothing's positive. And it's got to go both ways. I tell you, the people at Rushford got a heart of gold, and they're here to help and help and help. And people don't realize that.
It was a great learning experience, and from the perspective of having the ability to participate in a field of health that I have never participated before, with board members who were so genuine and authentic about wanting to make a difference in an area of healthcare that's often shunned, often not well respected, or feeling that there's a stigma about addictions and issues around behavioral health.
Again, it was, a totally different set of people that I was dealing with, but the focus was the same, the energy was the same, the honesty was the same. It was just a really dedicated group that I had the good fortune of serving with for a long time.
Our mission is to reach out and help folks that have addiction and mental health services. This is going to better serve that mission because we have a broader, broader group of folks that we're going to be able to touch.
But I think that the future of Rushford is to be ever more integrated into other parts of healthcare. Integrated care is, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's something that that I thought we should be integrated, we should be involved with from the get-go, why we got involved with Hartford Healthcare many years ago. But it has taken a long time for the rest of the world to see it the same way.
Thank you and thank you, because you don't realize what you do to all the communities you work in and, to the families that you're helping.
Well, I'd like to thank the staff for the awesome job that they do, for Jeff's awesome leadership in all of the years that Jeff was there, for Steve coming in, taking over for Jeff in a very hard position. I think with Steve's retirement and Pat Reamer coming in, there's huge advantages again for this organization. Everybody works together. It's been a nice 11 years for me. My fellow board members, the staff, it's been a great overall experience.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone involved with the organization. Thank you to the people that I served with as well as those in service now, and to the whole staff. You're wonderful.
Ultimately, the legacy of Rushford, its leaders, and the staff who work there comes down to the people the organization is meant to serve. People like Tim Harmon, a young man who first came to Rushford when he was just 17, struggling with drugs and alcohol. At the time, he spent 28 days at Rushford's program at Stonegate in Durham, and it marked the first step on the road to his recovery.
I started smoking a lot of weed every day, in school, during school, before school, after school, and then that escalated quickly. They actually expelled me for having drugs and paraphernalia in school grounds. And then when I got back to Guilford High, I was, didn't stop, doesn't hesitate. I kept doing what I was doing. I had played with opiates and cocaine before then, benzos like Xanax, Klonopin. And, I got my hands on morphine and ended up ODing on it. And that's what brought me here when I was 17. So that was a month into my junior year. I was 17 years old.
Now 21, Tim is working full-time at an equipment rental company and has been sober for more than a year. He vividly remembers the staff members at Rushford who worked with him during his time there, and he continues to see Dr. Allen for treatment.
It really is great to see someone who's worked so hard and endured so many challenges to be able to function as well as they do and have such a positive outlook on their world, and to see their family being able to get through these really, really trying times and some of the worst, most frightening things you could ever go through as a parent or a sibling and come out on the other side. It is very satisfying.
Beyond grateful. Like I said, if I was not as stupid and young and naive, I wish I listened, but that seed was planted. But places like Rushford are a miracle, especially the staff members, all the support.